Hi everyone, it's Bart from Bart's Workshop. Today we're playing Captain of Industry Supporter Edition Update number 4. So we're going to choose the Shattered Isles as the map. We're going to choose location number 1. Game difficulty, we're going to do Sailor. Mechanics, we're just going to leave everything as is. And customization, we're just named it Industrial Empire is the name of our game. And we're just leaving it as the default game seed. So let's start this game and have some fun. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pause on the top right, and this just shows you that you're a captain, you have found an island, and let's build some resources. You can read through it if you want. This is basically a help screen that goes through different parts of the game, and you can always load it by F2. So if I press F2 on my keyboard, there you go, loads it up. All right, so first thing, let's take a look at the map. Okay, I press L on my keyboard, I zoom out a little bit. I can see some resource nodes here. So this is basically iron. If I go on the left side of my screen, I can click on iron ore and I can turn it on and off so I know where it is. Let's turn it back on. Got some water here on the left side. Down here we have sand. Okay, so if I go left side again, turn on and off sand. If I scroll over to here, this is coal. So again, I can go to left, turn it on and off. What do we got here? Then we have some copper here on the left side. We have some oil here kind of behind a little mountain, so we're gonna have to dig through to get to that oil. And we got some more copper here. Down here we have limestone. So those are the main things that you need to start off. As you can see, I have a little bit more water here. And we have some oil here really close to our starter base. Okay. And if we scroll through again through the rest of the island, we have some sand here. We got some more limestone, more water. This looks like this is diamonds, or quartz, should I say. Okay, and I think that's pretty much, oh, look here, we have some gold, I believe. Yep, that's gold. And you can see there's some other islands with some more resources. If I scroll down here at the bottom, there's some more islands with more resources, and just keeps on going, all the other islands. Let's come back to our base here. Okay, so first thing I want to do is set up our base. So we've paused the game, so nothing's actually moving along. And what we want to do firstly is I'm going to choose my little tree harvester. I'm going to assign him 2 trucks. Okay. And what I want to do is assign an area where the tree harvester can harvest trees. So go down to the bottom of my screen, click on forestry, and choose tree harvesting designation. Okay. Now I'm going to go up here and I want to basically clear this area because this is where my starter base is going to be. I'm going to choose basically the first few parts here. Make sure he starts on this part instead of the other part. Okay, and then let's go down here at the bottom. We have some farms. Let's go to housing. So I'm going to choose housing. Housing has to be attached to another existing housing in the beginning. Later on, it changes, but for now, we have to make sure it's attached. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some housing here. Okay, and if you try to put it on top of something else, you can see it's red, so you cannot add it on top of anything else. I'm just going to add these on here. And then we need a food market. So we're going to add a food market here. So I'm going to add a few of them here. And if I press shift and hold it, I can actually just keep adding the same one to my game here. Okay, so 3 and 3. And then let's add some farms here. So I'm going to add this farm right over here. Okay, and then click on this other farm. Sorry, click on the farm. So this will make potatoes. Okay. Go down here again, choosing the farm. Now, if you want to rotate any object, you can press R. It will rotate it. If you want to flip it, press F. Now, if I rotate it, you can see it goes to the other side. Okay, so R is to rotate, F is to flip. And now I want to align this so it aligns with the other farm, but also with the food markets. And what I'm going to do is next, let's go down here, add waste collection. Okay, add waste collection here at the bottom. Okay, now I don't need all these settlements in the beginning. So if I press the P key on my keyboard, I can pause it. And you can see now they're gray instead of blue. Blue means they're ready for being built. And gray means they're paused essentially. So what I'm going to do is I don't need this farm here. I'm going to pause all these ones. Okay, so I'm only building this farm and this food market. Okay, now if you look on the left side, there's some quests that you can do. So you want to build the coal maker, smokestack, assign some trucks to the tree harvester, start harvesting trees, build the blast furnace, and then metal caster and a smokestack. So you want to create those, and you want to build a farm. So I already know what to do in here because I've already pre-played this game many times before, but we're kind of pre-setting everything up so it'll be easier down the road. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this settlement as well because I don't need it at this particular time. But I'm going to build these guys here. Okay. Actually, what I'm going to do, let me just pause this as well because I want to build my metal caster first. So start doing those resources. Let me just pause these. Just pause those. So I'm going to pause all of those for now, but they're preset, so I know where they are. Now what I want to do is go down here at the bottom. I want to build a blast furnace. Now, usually you want to build the blast furnace close to your junk pile here. It's going to get used up. But I want it closer to my trees because that's what's going to be feeding my coal maker. Because I need coal and scrap iron to make anything. So I'm just going to put it... yeah, let's just put it here. We're just going to align it down here. Okay, and then what we need is a smokestack. So add that on there. And we need the metal caster. So now these objects here, this is just flowers. You don't have to worry about it. They're not going to get in your way of your gameplay. Again, if I press R, I can rotate things. If I press F, I can flip it. I'm just going to set it... I think that's good. Just set it like that. If I press C on my keyboard, if I press C and then click it, I can move it along. So basically I can copy, kind of like copy paste. And then what we want to do is go down here at the bottom and you can choose the molten channel. Okay, so this is basically the molten steel that comes out of here and it's going to go into here, or sorry, molten iron. But what you can also do too is if I click on here or hover my mouse over it, I can also do this. Now, one thing you notice, I can't really put it up here. So what happened is I put this too close. So let's go here and I'm going to click Control X. I'm just going to cut this. I'm going to move this up one, okay? So I put it down a little bit too low. Now, if I go like this, click here, go around, boom, that's done. And I can just daisy chain them here, and I got 2 of them. Okay. And that's pretty much it. Now, you do have 2 outputs, so you could set both of them up. I like to do this kind of longer output. It just works for me, essentially. Okay, and then I don't need any pipe connectors because I'm only using 1 here. I don't need molten connector. That's only if you're splitting. Smokestack's already there. Let's see here. I need a coal maker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this coal maker. Let's see here. Do I want it in front, on the side? I'm going to flip it. So you can see that flips it. I'm going to put it like this. Okay, so once I get a belt, I can just feed it directly into it. And I will need another smokestack. Okay, stick it there. And then let's see here. What else do I need here? Let's go down here at the bottom. So we got the blast furnace, metal caster, smokestack, tree farm we set there. Oh, we need a diesel generator. So let's go down here and we're gonna put this closer to this because then we can use 1 fluid container to fill up our diesel generator and the ship dock. Okay. Okay, so we got that. Smokestack is good. Research lab. Okay, so we want some research labs. That's how we get our more technology into the game. So let's just put it, sure, anywhere here is fine. And again, Control C, or if you actually go down here at the bottom, let's see if you choose this one. The fact I have 1 already selected, if I go like this and I hold Shift, then I can apply another one. Okay. So what I want to do first is I want to set up my research tree. So if I click on here, start new research. Okay. Now my research labs are not built yet. So if I go to, let's say, trading dock and I go start research, it's going to give me a little warning. It says no lab available, but this will come online as soon as my labs are built. Okay, so that's fine. So let's build that one. Then what we're going to do is we're going to build the construction. Okay, and it basically adds it to the queue. So once the trading dock research is finished, then it goes to construction and so on and so on. So then we're going to do maintenance. Let's do vehicles and mining. Then we're going to do the beacon. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's do the beacon first. Let's remove this. Remove this one. So we're gonna do beacon, then mining. Then we're gonna need belts. So we're gonna choose this. Now, since this one needs construction 2, copper, refinement, basic concrete, basic diesel, synthetic rubber, it will pre-select those items there. So let's go add to queue. Now technically it'll do those in order. Then what we want is we want the blueprints, because we already have some blueprints ready to go, so it'll be easier to build our factory. Let's see here. So we want to do tools, captain's office, and blueprints. Or if I just click on blueprints, since those are all in the way, I click on add to queue, and boom, those are all in line. Okay. Then after that, let's do ship repair or ship dock repair. Okay. Ramps not really important at this point. Leveling is not really too important. Then what we want to do is let's do the conveyor lifts. And then after this point, everything is kind of not really as important. I prefer to use the basic concrete in the beginning. Later on, I could do advanced concrete, but I find that this is more efficient to start off with. So after this point, it doesn't really matter what you choose. Fuel station is actually a decent one to choose as well. Groundwater you will need. Settlement water, you can add that one. I mean, you can add housing, so those are good ones to add. The farming ones, crop rotation, that's another one. The edicts, number 1. Vegetable farming, we can add those ones. Tree harvesting at this point, we don't really need it, but might as well add it for this session. And any of these ones doesn't really matter. We could do research 1. Let's add it on there anyways for now. And then after this, it doesn't really matter which one you pick. So we're just gonna, here, let's just do stacker, this one, and let's do surfaces. So this should technically cover all. Oh, here we have ramps and terrain leveling. Okay. So at this point, we have all of this selected, all these green ones, and just double check here. All these are green. Oh, we forgot this one. These are all selected up to here. So what this means is technically on the basic tree level, this is all research 1, which means I don't really need anything except Unity, which is in-game currency, to essentially research these things. So once you get to research level 1, then you need to upgrade your research lab, and then you'll need some extra research to move on to this point. So at this point, I just pre-selected everything up to this point. Okay. So I don't need to do anything in here. You just need to select it, what you want to do, and kind of goes from there. And close the screen, you can press escape. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, let me just pause these ones for a second. So I just build this. And what I'm going to do is, actually, let's pause this one as well. If you press P, this pauses it. You can see there's a little pause icon on my cursor there. I'm going to pause this for now. Let me just double check if there's anything else I missed. Farm. This research lab is good. Food market. Waste collection. This is all good. Dumping. So I need to designate an area to dump. So what happens is when your sediments grow, they're going to create more and more garbage, and you need a place to dump it. What I usually do is I add it to the coastline to extend the coastline, because then I can add another settlement. So for instance, if I go Control C, copy the settlement, you can see I cannot put it down on this ground because there's some parts that are technically not leveled. So once I level out this area here, I'll be able to add basically 1, 2, 3, 4 more settlements just at the bottom here. Okay, we can probably add one more here, but these areas here were close to the coastline, I can't add them. So let's add the dumping area here. And how this works is, let me just spin this around a little bit. Cancel this. Okay, if I press Alt and I move my mouse around, you can see I can change the layout here. The camera view, essentially. Okay. So now if I go back to dumping, what I can do is depending on where your cursor is, you can see it kind of changes the number. So our basic level here is +5. So what we want to do is take this, drag this out, and essentially do something like that, which means that this is going to stay at 5, and anything that's below 5 is going to add extra material here. Okay. Now, what does that mean? Where does it actually dump in here? So one is it dumps garbage, and to check what it's actually being dumped here, if I go to the top and I click on here, you can see here what can be dumped by truck. So this is just a default dumping zone. So you have dirt, rock, slag, and garbage or waste. Okay. So if you don't have a special designated area, later on, this will basically just keep this area as a dumping area. So you just want to designate that. So let me just make this a little bit bigger here up at this point. There you go. So you got a nice big dumping area. And what I'll do later on, I'll extend this all the way down to here. Okay. So we have that done. Also, if you want to make the dumping area on top of the ground, what you can do is you can go dumping, and there's F and F here. You press F and F, you can switch between horizontal, so you can make a dumping area kind of like this where it goes up. I prefer to do mine into the, or throw mine into the ocean here to extend the coastline, but you can actually add it onto land as well. Okay, let's just do that, get rid of that. And if you want to go like higher or whatnot, you can press the E key and you can go way higher, so you can start off with a higher level. Or if you press Q, you can go back down. Okay, let's get rid of that. And we'll explain a little bit more of that with when we do mining. So let's just bring this back down to press F and just bring this back to regular level, just for future. If I go down, you can see it goes down into the ground. Okay, so we have blast furnace, metal caster, smokestack. That's already been set up. Farm, yep, those up there. Smokestack, basic lab, food market. These are all done. These are done. Forestry, coal maker. Yeah, we got a coal maker down here, and we got a smokestack on it. That's just message center, and that's it. Oh, and this icon here, it shows you where you are. So these are unexplored areas, and this is a settlement that's available to you, and you can actually buy certain things from it if you run out. So we'll cover that a little bit later on. But let's just start there. Yeah, I think this looks good. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick save here. I like to always save before I start playing the game. Let's just go here, and we're going to go save, and let's just go session. I'll just put 0 for instance, because this is the start of the session. Let's go continue. Okay, so now to start playing the game, what we want to do is we want to unpause it. So right now what the trucks are going to do is they're going to build the diesel generator and our first science lab, and then go from there. So let's actually unpause these because I don't need those right now. Let's do that. Okay, so let's start playing the game. Go to the top right and click on play. Okay, and you can see these trucks are moving. Let me just move around. You can see how cool that looks. Just moving around. And they're basically, so you start off with some default resources here. If I click on my shipping dock, you can see I have some preset, or you could say starting resources. So that's where they get the resources to build your items. Okay. Now you notice that because I unpause these guys here, you can see my trucks are going up there instead of building my lab here. So that's one of the things you want to do, is that's why you have pause, so you can unpause it. But that's okay. Once they come down, they'll build our actual science lab here. So you can see when they build it up, you can see the little boxes go up, and they're basically building up that area there. Okay. So we go down here, and again, we need to build the coal maker, smokestack. So it's all there. It's just being technically built. So you can see here it says assign two treats. Assign 2 of 2 trucks to tree harvester, and he's going to harvest those trees for us. And here we go. More resources. And hopefully you're gonna go here. There you go. There's our science lab, and it's already pre-built. So this is 30 out of 30 resources. And this is the construction part of it. Okay, and you can see now science is working, so it's researching. Okay. You can see here, these guys are going to build the rest of this. And then what I'm going to do is, at this particular point, I want to do, let's unpause. So you can click on this. You can click it into the actual object, or press the P key and you can unpause any kind of construction you're doing as well. Okay. So you can see they just unloaded some coal into this machine. So I have coal already in here, and I just need some scrap. Iron there. Okay. So now they're gonna build these 2, and then so you can see he picked up some scrap here, and he's on the way to our blast furnace. Okay, so this is already starting to produce. back here. These guys are building my science labs. I like to start off with 3 science labs. It makes your science go faster. Okay. And now, next thing on the thing is build a farm. So let's go here and select this. Or unpause it, sorry. And what we're going to do is unpause this food market. Let's build that first. And I'm going to do something that I like to do in the beginning. We got our trading dock here. So what we can do is we can build some storage bins. So let's just build this here. Actually, here. Let's move this here. Control C, and boom. Now we got iron being created, stored there. Okay, so these guys are building these. So you can see the ones that are gray, they're paused, which means they're not being built currently. So once this is built, I just need 5 more construction parts. Also, when you complete quests, in this case, I filled all the requirements for iron production, you get rewards. So collect rewards. I get some diesel, construction parts, and some vehicle parts. So just collect those. Boom. Now we have to wait for the first harvest of potatoes, research construction, and so on and so on. Okay, food market has no product to assign. Okay, so we have to assign the actual product that should go in here. If I click on this, I can go here, and currently I only have potatoes, so I go here, and now if there's potatoes made in here, it'll go right into the food market. But what I want to do is I want to get rid of this food market because I don't need it, so we're going to deconstruct it. So what I can do is we can go down to the bottom here, click on demolish, we're going to demolish, or you can go Control D, that does the same thing. Now there's potatoes in here, but I'm not going to lose them. What's going to happen is they're going to move those potatoes out before it gets deconstructed. Okay. So these guys are already making all little resources there. Now, if you need to speed up the game to, let's see, move things along a little bit faster, what you can do is you can press this here on the top right, ×3, and now everything's moving 3 times as fast. Okay. You can see they moved the potatoes to the shipping dock. And let's go click play again. Okay, so we need to build, we're waiting for potatoes, assembly 1, waste collection. Okay, so we can build this guy here. Okay, and then trading dock. So let's build the trading dock. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it. Let's see here, where can we put it here? Let's put it over here for now. Not in the way. You can always move it later, not a big deal. So let's do that. Trading dock right there. Here's our farm. You can see it's working away kind of thing. And currently I have 223 or 222 potatoes out of 400. Okay. And our science keeps churning away. If I click on open research, again, you can see, oh, what happened here. So we got trading dock has been completed, maintenance is completed, and construction is completed. Okay, now it's going into vehicles. And beacon is actually completed as well. So let's create a beacon. What the beacon does, it allows you to add more people to your settlement. If I add this, so currently I have population of 90 out of 160 capacity is basically 160 that my housing can hold. And if I click on this again, I can add more people, right? So once this is built, it'll start attracting people. And out of those 90, I have about 32 workers, okay, available for my settlement. Okay. And again, I have a reward here, so I get more potatoes and more construction parts, like my reward. Build assembly 1, dump your waste. Well, your waste is going to get dumped as soon as it gets filled up, so we can wait for that. Trading dock also has to get built. Let's wait for those to get built first. Again, if the game is a little bit slow for you and you need to move things along, what you can do is press the ×3 button, and that's going to move things along a little bit faster there. Okay. ×1 again, just to slow things down. Okay, so we need to build some other things here. So assembly 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to add this directly onto here. And copy, and we're going to add another one. we're going to set a recipe on here. So the recipe we want is construction parts. Okay. And same for this one, set recipe, construction parts. Okay. As you can see on the right side here, our construction parts are starting to diminish. We need more construction parts. Oh, and we also want to add a place to store our wood. So what we can do is we can add the wood directly to here, and we'll assign this as wood, which means that if I do it like this, any wood that our harvesters harvest here, okay, so you can see it cuts down the tree, gets rid of all the branches, okay, and then it swings over to the truck, and it basically cuts them up and loads them onto the truck. It's a pretty cool animation, actually. So it adds it on there. There's the truck. Okay, so which means now this will come down here and we'll add it on here essentially. Okay. So at this particular point, our wood is going down here because we don't have a place to store it. Oh, actually no, it's being used to build our trading dock. Okay, so we gotta wait for that to be built. Okay, now we want to do some storage on these guys. So they need wood and concrete slabs, which should get delivered. We also want to add some storage on here because we want to have a place to store the items. So let's just go like this. There you go. Okay. Let's see here what's going on. Blast furnace. And then it goes from here, and then you can see the molten iron gets poured into these, and then these create iron, which gets deposited right into here. It's kind of neat, actually. Okay. Again, these guys need wood and they need slabs. That will get delivered soon. We're just waiting for a trading dock. That's using up all our wood. Now, one thing we might want to do out here, collect rewards. We did dump our waste. You can see there's a little bit of waste here. This will eventually fill in the shoreline. Let's go to collect reward. Okay, we got some more rewards or some more resources here that are built up. And produce construction parts. We want to build some construction parts. We need some resources. So, trucks are busy right now running around, but we're going to build those soon. Okay, purchase concrete slab from iron. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to click on the trading dock, trade with village, and let's go down here and we're going to click on this village. And you can basically use Unity, which is in-game currency, to purchase different resources if you kind of run out. So at this point we have quite a bit of iron to start off with, at least for now. So what we want to do is buy some concrete slabs. So let's go here, and we're going to use 0.5 Unity. So if I go to the top of my screen here, you can see I have 14.6 Unity, and I'm getting 0.2 every 60 seconds, I guess. So let's go here and click on this. And I basically use that 0.5 Unity to buy some concrete slabs. Close this. Press escape. And now I have another reward. More slabs. Okay. And what happens is those 20 that I purchased are here in the actual trading dock. So what happens is once I need it, they'll actually pull it from the actual trading dock and add it to wherever it needs to be sent to. Okay. Everything is working good here. How's my potatoes here? Okay, so we're gonna run out of room for potatoes. So what we want to do is we want to enable this one. We're going to basically do that. Now, Unity you can use to force building things. So you can see I need 25 construction parts. If I click on this, I can use 1.2 Unity to add those parts in there. So it adds those parts to the actual construction as long as they're available, and then you'll be able to build it. So now technically my truck will be able to take the potatoes from the farm and add it to here, but let's choose the potatoes as the selected product first. Okay, so we added that in there. Later on, when we have belts, we can just connect the farm to our markets here, which will save us our trucks running back and forth. So, okay, so let's see what's going on here. So these are these creating these or not? We need some wood. So looks like what's happening here is Let me just bring this down a little bit. Okay. So let's just speed this up a little bit. Right now we're waiting for wood to create more construction parts. See, they run back and forth, back and forth. There's a few things I can build shortly here, but I just want to make sure these are starting to. Oh yes, they are. They're already starting to build. Okay, so we have iron coming in. I got lots of iron. I got wood slowly being pushed in. We got concrete slabs and starting to build construction parts. So there you go. There's my construction parts being built. And on the left here, it's construction parts 6 of 6. So I built those. More resources. So basically just follow the actual quests that they have on the left side. But sometimes you might need to build up more resources in order to move on, but that kind of helps you out there. Okay. If I go back to my science lab, and go back here, you can see it's done a lot of research already. It's currently on construction 2. Synthetic rubber, basic diesel, all this, so it's moving along very nicely. Okay. See, the potatoes are being delivered. 349, and this is 13 out of 400. All right, so we're gonna have to start building some things here. So let me just move this over here. Press L. Okay. So we're gonna need to build some things here. Let's see. So what we want to do is let's build a vehicle depot. Let's go here, and we want to set this down. And let's see here. Oh, tree harvester has no trees. Okay, so once you run out of trees that need to be, let me pause this for a second. Once the designated trees are already all harvested, they will give you a little warning saying, hey, I have nothing else to do. So what you want to do is you want to select more trees. So I'm going to go here at the bottom, select the trees, and I'm just going to select all these guys. Okay. Because I want them to clear this first. Once they clear this area, then I can choose whatever I want. Okay. I'm doing this specifically because this is where I want to set up my main base of all my production. So I want to make sure it clears those first. Okay. Let's click on play. We can keep producing that. And you can see now he's got things to do. Okay. Let's go back down here. Vehicle depot. So let's set this up over here. Let's put it right there. I think that's a good spot. Should we move it a little bit more over? I think this should be, I think over here. I'm just thinking about my base. How do I want to set it up? Yeah, let's put it there. Okay. Build the vehicle depot. And what I want to do is just start. So this is actually producing iron from the recipe of iron scrap. Now you can see this iron scrap down here has a limited amount. So what we want to do is we want to get to the actual mining of the iron in the mountain here. So what we need is, once this finishes building, I'm going to need at least 1 excavator and 2 trucks. Okay. And just close that. Now, if you need to deliver more parts to something really quick, you can go down here again. Oh, actually at this point, construction. Let's click on this, and this will add the resources. So once this is built, the resources for my excavator are going to be there, so it's going to build it fast. Okay. Instead of the trucks delivering it. Now, let me just pause this because a lot of things happening here. So you got construction parts really built up. That's awesome. So what we want to do is we want to build construction parts 2. So we're going to go here, and we want to make sure you choose this. And we're going to click on this, set recipe, construction parts 2. Okay. And close this. And we also need some maintenance parts. So let's go here, choose a recipe as an alternate recipe. You can actually have these assemblers create different parts at the same time. So what I want to do is I want to build some of this. mechanical parts. Because this just needs iron, which means it's going to be easy. So if it doesn't have the resources like the wood and the concrete slabs, it can make these in the background. Now we'll store them inside here, not into this bin here, because this is actually designated for construction parts. But at least we have some stuff working there, and we want to put a bin here. So let's go here, our storage unit. Here, let's add it like this, and this is gonna be construction parts too. So those are gonna be great. Okay, and then we want to lay out the rest of our little part here. So let's go back into here. Oh, here, that's what I'm looking for. Let's start laying out all the goodies. So we're gonna do. Let's put this right about here. Okay, and then we're gonna take another one, Control C, and we're gonna flip this around. So we'll go F, and we're gonna put it like this. Okay, now we need a smokestack. If you can go down here to choose something, or you can look around your map. You might have something available. You just go Control C to copy it. I'm gonna add these in here. See again, add those in there. Now this is, I'm only going to build one of these for now, so this is going to get paused, but I just want to lay it out so I know where this stuff goes. Okay, then I'm going to need, see, that's why I was clearing these trees, because I'm going to need space. You can see this still being used up here, or trees are taking up the space where I want stuff to be built. Okay, and then let's go here. We want a storage bin, or loose storage, should I say. And we want to do, let's see here. Do I have construction yet? Oh, we do. Okay, or sorting plant. So we're going to add this. Let's see. So we want to align it. Probably like this, and this is 1, 2, 12 units across, and then we're gonna, oops, we want to do this, and we want to add this right here. Okay, so that should add that there. And then we also need something else here. We need a mine control tower. I'm just gonna add this right here, and as soon as I click this, you need to edit the area where you want to mine. So this designates of what part of the map this has control over. So I'm just gonna stretch this out. Pretty much do all of it, but let's just do this for now. Let's go here, stretch this out like that, and we can probably stretch this a little bit more. So actually here. Let's do from here all the way over here. Okay. So to apply this new layout, I'll do more later, but it's good enough for now. Click the check mark. Okay, and what we want to do is assign the vehicles to this. Now I don't have my excavator yet, or my pickup truck. They're still being built. Let's see how far they are. Okay, so still building it. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to designate what we want to mine. So to do that, go down to the bottom here, terraforming, and there should be, so we did the dumping designation earlier. We want to do the mining. Okay. So again, with mining, you want to look at the ground. You can see this is at level 20. And as you move closer, you can see this goes 20, 21, and just goes up, 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 right? So we want to mine anywhere you have your iron. Now you can start off wherever you want, as long as the vehicles can get there. So what I'm going to do is, I can see there's some iron here. So I'm going to start at this level here. And let's just do that. Okay, let's do that sort of thing. The vehicles will be able to drive up there and go from there, essentially. Let's go like this. There you go. Actually, 20 here, let's do it like this way. Starting from 20 and then up. There you go. So we can see this is 20 right at the level ground. So this is nothing gonna get worked on, and then here starts mining a little bit more and more and more. I like to start off with flat mining, and then later on once you kind of use a lot of the resources, then you can go into the ground. But for now, I just want to do a flat area just to have a nice setup. Okay, so for now, what we can do is we can add more things into this. We can add the iron recipe. So I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this guy here. Pause this, and this for now. We just need this built and this. Now we have 322 construction parts. This needs how many? 80. And this one needs 20. So it's 100. So we're still good. And then don't forget, we still need to build those. So let's just build that for now. See how that goes. And it looks like down here, everything is okay. They're just dumping. There's some more food waste, or waste management depot, I guess you want to call it. There you go. Let's go play. Okay, trees, some designated outside of mining areas. Oh, sorry. Okay, so let's just pause this again. So the reason I got that little pop-up, it's a little notification, there are some mining designations outside the mine towers area. That means technically that I'm trying to mine this area here, but it's outside whatever the tower can mine. So what I want to do is I want to adjust that. So if I go into here, did the area, remember? I can go back down here. Now it doesn't matter if this is in the way of buildings. They're not going to get mined anyways. Now, as long as the mining area, which is right here, is within that grid, then we're fine. Boom. Close that, and you can see now it's going to be fine. Okay. So press escape. That will close that. All right. How's their excavator? Okay, they're still working. Okay. Let's click play. Let's maybe speed things up a little bit. And you can see we have some construction parts here that are going to build that. That's why you want to make sure construction is being built right away, not delayed, because you're going to need it. Okay. Cool. Well, this is creating construction parts 1, and this is taking construction parts 1, 6 of them, plus some electronics, and it's going to build construction parts 2. Okay. Now, where did this guy go? Okay, so our fuel is down here at the bottom. We have fuel in 700 gallons, I guess you want to call it, in here. So we want to make sure that our vehicles are not running up and down grabbing fuel. Okay, here, let's just pause this again. So what we want to do is we want to create a little, like a kind of like a temporary gas station. You want to choose fuel storage, and we'll put the fuel into here so they're not running all the way down, because it does add up fuel usage. So I'm just going to add this right here, and I'm going to designate this as diesel. So what will happen is my trucks will deliver diesel here, and we'll fill it up, and then now any vehicle that needs diesel, they're not going to have to drive all the way down here. They'll just go to our little storage tank here. Okay, and you can see here, there you go, here's our first excavator. There it is, first excavator on our map here. So what we want to do is we want to choose the pick the excavator for our tower here, mining control tower. We're going to add that in there, and then we're going to build 2 more trucks. But we're going to do that. I'm going to choose existing trucks that I have, and so we need 1 excavator and 2 trucks. Okay, and then what's going to happen is then we need a place to put that. So whatever they mine here is going to be dropped off here, and we have to add some products. So let's do iron. We're going to do let's see here. Actually, you know what? Here, let's do something else here. Let's do actually, let's add the products first. A limestone. We're gonna need rock. We're gonna need dirt, and we're gonna need coal. Okay, so we're gonna do here. So we're gonna get rid of this. Add iron to this one. This one is gonna be coal. So you can do 2 different things on one node. And then this is going to be a rock for that, and it's going to be dirt. Okay, now to see where that actually comes out, if I click on this, I move this over, you can see that I have limestone coming out first, then I got iron, then I got coal, and then I got dirt. Oh, this one is actually, that should be rock, right? Rock, dirt on the right one, then we have coal, then we have iron and limestone. So for now, I'm basically going to be sorting all these things at once because I want to make sure I only have one ore sorting plant at this time because it is expensive. So I want to make sure that I'm not using too many resources. Okay, so right now it's got a little exclamation thing there, but now it's gone because I chose the different things you can actually mine. So if you see now, you can see this is going right to where it needs to start mining stuff, and it's going to start putting it out here. Now this should start creating my construction parts soon. Yeah, here you go. Now we also need some maintenance because we're running out of, we have technically 0 maintenance. So I'm going to pause this again. And let's go to trucks. Where's our maintenance? Oh, I believe it's here. Feeding dock. Here, maintenance. Okay, so we have to build a maintenance depot. So let's just build it here. Add it to there. Let's pause this for now and build the maintenance depot first. That'll be the next thing we need. You can see they're constantly running down here to get resources. So we want to make sure they start using all the resources from here. You have lots of iron stacking up. Construction parts too. And they're actually filling up the resources to build more trucks, which is kind of a good thing. Okay, so we need to build this. Now I have 12 unity, adding 20 more or 0.2 at a time. So what I'm going to do is, oh, looks like they already added half the items there. Oh, there you go, full time. Okay, so here's my maintenance depot. That's going to start adding maintenance to my system here. So it needs some mechanical parts and some electronic parts. Electronics, essentially. Now you can see on the right here, I don't have electronics. Let me just pause this again. If I click on this little button here, I can go into the screen and I can add what I want to pin. So essentially all these items are pinned. I want to add, let's see here, diesel's already on there. Let's add electronics. Iron ore is not bad. Limestone, mechanical parts. Sand, slug, vehicle parts, sulfur, wastewater, wood is important. Molten iron scrap. That's a good one to keep. Dirt. I think that's for now. It's good enough. Let's put the copper in there as well. Copper ore. And then crude oil. Okay. So what we want to do is, so you can see right now I'm running out of wood, so I need to create another tree harvester. So let's go back into here. We're going to add another tree harvester. Okay, and probably maybe another 2 trucks. Okay, so let's just move these resources around a little bit. Construction parts 2. Wood, coal, together. Potatoes we can, I guess we can leave it here. Copper. If you click on the item, it'll go right into the analytics here. So if you click on different parts, you can see how your analytics are coming along as far as what your production is. Okay, let's just get out of there for now. Construction, or those are mechanical parts. Scrap and diesel. Okay, so for now, I think that should be fine. Whoops. What else do we need to do here? So let's just click play. Oh, we got rain coming down. So you can see what it does is just scrapes the ground, picks up those resources, loads it up in the truck. Truck will load it up and add it into here. Now for now I'm picking a bit of soil off the ground, but that's fine. As soon as it hits a little bit more here, that's going to be all iron. Okay, so we need some bins for it to dump some of that stuff into. So let's go here. Let's go loose storage. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this. I'm going to add this right here. And then another one. something like that. Special trick I learned online. Now what do we got for construction parts? We got 8 of them. Creating 3 at a time right now. So before I start building this, I think what I'm going to do is maybe upgrade that one. Let's do an upgrade on this so this is a bit faster. So if you want to upgrade your assembly from assembly 1 to assembly 2, if you click on this button, this will basically upgrade it, and now you're going to be producing twice as fast. If I click on this, now it's going to use 30 of those, so we're going to wait a little bit for it to produce. But at the same time, it's what do you call it? It's going to be faster to produce those parts for the belts and everything. Okay. What I'm going to do is enable this. I'm just going to fire this up, save some diesel on there, and it'll fill those guys up. So we got maintenance working here, so I got 17% maintenance. It'll start getting better and better. Has this produced any of those yet? Nope. Okay. We're using our construction parts to build everything. Oh, we have some rewards to collect. Collect reward, there you go, for maintenance. Construct new pickups, and we need some pickups here. Oh, that's going to be coming shortly. Enable iron recipe. Okay, so what we want to do is we're going to do this. And we're going to enable it down here. Excuse me. Set recipe, iron. And I'll be able to produce iron. Now what do I got for construction parts? 135. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's set this recipe. Let's remove this. Now you can see I got my reward by just selecting it. So let me just grab those. Stockpiling items. And it says build housing attached to existing settlements. So we need more housing here. So currently we have 148 people out of 160, so we have to build some housing. So let's enable this. And what we're going to do is we're just going to force this to build. Save some diesel. And that will finish that goal. And then let's start enabling this. Okay. Open that up. We got a little starter base starting to happen. And oh, we need some other things here. So let me just pause this again. So we need to build a coal maker for now. So we're not going to be mining coal for the time being, but we will need a coal maker. Yeah, sure, I think that should be good. And then need a stack here. And we need a bin for the wood. This. Let me just put this for now. How's the wood down here? Well, let's fit it in there. So I'm gonna actually choose this to wood as well. Wood and this. There you go. All these are producing. We got 16 of these parts. Oh, there you go. We have some iron already in the bin. If we take a look at this, you can see we have some iron ore being processed. We have rock. No coal yet, because there's no coal in this area. And we have some dirt. So we want to make sure we dump that dirt. Blast furnace has no recipe selected. Okay, let's collect that reward. Click on here, and this is going to be recipe of this one here. So we're going to do the iron ore. Okay, we're building these up. Now when they have the wood, they can put it right into here. And we're going to need one of these. this right here, I guess. Best place. Add it. There you go. Okay. Add it like that. Okay. So, what's going on here with this? Upgrading needs 30 parts. How many do we have? 20. I definitely want to upgrade this first before building anything else. Oh, look, we have a tree harvester. Now, he does not have any truck selected. So once he gets to the area where he needs to harvest, he is gonna say, "Hey, man, I need some trucks." So what we're gonna do is we're gonna assign one truck to him for now. And let's change this to not import. Trucks cannot import cargo. There you go. They will import into here. There you go. Now one thing we can do here is, does this have enough coal? So let's just build something here. I'm going to use one of those construction parts, but that's okay. Loose, let's just do this. And then click on this and 0.1 unity. And what that will do is that will automatically add the coal into here. So that'll speed that up. You don't have to wait for trucks to add any coal into here. So you can see it's maxed out. Okay. Okay, things are working away. Need more trucks. So let's just pick a few more trucks. Okay, how's this working? Need some resources. So we're gonna add this here. And this is just gonna go from here, here, and here. We'll make that easier. And what we can do is, since we have a little bit of unity coming in, let's just make this, build it. Oh, I'm just using my construction parts. Whoops. Let's just pause this. Trying to upgrade this guy here, and I'm using some of his parts. Let's see. Did he get any parts? Oh, he's got 20, so he needs 10 more. What's going on here? The fact that I don't have any is working. Yeah, it's just kind of slow. We need some. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to make sure we get some more bricks. Did we run out of bricks? No, we still have some bricks. What we want to do is update the priority on this. And we got a problem. We got not enough maintenance. Okay, we got too many things going on here. Let's pause this. Okay, so we got no more trees available here. So let's go pick this and tree harvesting. So we can just select all this, get rid of all that. Sure, clear all that up. We don't need those trees there. Okay, what else is going on here? Trucks are currently being built. Maintenance. Okay, we need some more maintenance, so this has to be up high as well. Got the wood stacking there, that's fine. We got this working here, it's fine. So we need this to work, but it's missing construction parts. Why is this construction parts not there? Too many trucks. Or not enough trucks, should I say. Too many things to do. Alright, so we just have to wait it out. Okay. Maintenance. Number one. Just waiting for maintenance to come out. We have our priority number one, so we'll make sure that gets us the resources it needs. Now let's just speed this up a little bit. Priority 5. Make sure maintenance is number 1. There you go. I got some resources coming in. Okay, since ship dock repair needs 100 construction parts. What do I have here? I got 0 construction parts. 3, should I say? We're very slow here. Okay, we got molten iron export. Okay, so we need somewhere to dump our molten iron. Alright. Oh, sorry, we need some blast furnace here. That's what's going on. See, with this game, one of the things is there's so many things going on. You're bouncing kind of between pausing and running the game. You can go a faster speed, but you want to make sure that you're keeping up with what's going on, kind of thing. So, all right. Well, I think we're coming up to our 1 hour on this session, so we're just going to quickly cover what we have done. Let's go back down here. So we have 3 science labs. We got our dock. We got our beacon. Basically, it's allowing us to get more people. So if I click on the beacon, you can see it's getting more refugees in about 1 month as far as game time. So it just basically attracts more people to your base itself. So as of right now, we have 164 out of 240. Okay, we have our farm. Okay, growing potatoes. Our food markets. They have a lot of resources there. And here is our waste station, waste collection station, I guess. You can see here they're starting to dump all the waste. We haven't started oil yet. We'll do that soon. So here's our temporary base here just to build our basic construction parts 1 and 2. This just needs a few more construction parts. Here, I'm just gonna push this. Now we'll be able to build faster. Then we have our little oil station or diesel station, construction or sorry, maintenance depot, and our vehicle depot, creating more trucks and whatnot. And we started our base. Okay, and we have to add some parts into it. Now that the trees are cleared out, we can start adding all the different stuff we need to build out. And you can see here our storage bay. That's why I created a storage bay, because in here you can see that iron is 0 because it's basically spitting out all the iron into this bin, and then the dirt essentially I'm gonna have to build here. Let's just add this in right now. We're gonna have to do this, go down here and add it into here. And what's gonna happen is, because this one has rock and dirt, it's gonna come out of here both at the same time, or just one dirt, one rock at a time. And because this is a little splitter, it's going to split iron and dirt. Oh, one thing, sorry, not iron, rock and dirt. So what I want to do is I want to select what I want to put into these. So let's pick rock for this one, and let's go dirt for this one. Dirt. Okay. So now they're actually designated where dirt is going to come into here, and then we can go around, and then this is going to be rock. Okay, now what I want to do is, I have no construction parts, but they'll add that in after. What I can do, I don't have enough construction parts, so that's it. So that's basically our session. We got 2 tree harvesters, and we got a nice, good start on our first session of Captain of Industry update number 4. Thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned to the next session video. All right, take care.